My name's Zach. I'm a sophomore,
I'm Daniel and I'm a junior.
I'm Dorian and I'm a junior.
and our group was the elementary school sports league. And at this time of year, it was indoor soccer.
All right, so before starting this project, what did you guys expect?
Well, we thought we were going to be more closely tied with the soccer league, as in making the schedules for the teams and doing paperwork for them.
And then I expected to be like calling and like recruiting schools and seeing if their students wanted to play.
Yeah, and I know I expected to at least like ref or coach one game, work more closely with the kids, like you said. What did everyone do for their project while they were at the club?
So some of the things I did, well, first I did paperwork for the baseball league that they had going on. Basically, just putting papers into the folders that would go out to the teams with all kind of paperwork, as in like schedules, rules, things of that nature. I set up the jerseys for the soccer league, organized them with like the colors, shirt sizes, things of that nature. We helped out at the bags tournament that went on, the fundraising thing, and I also did some basketball with scorekeeping, and that's about it for mine.
I kind of did some of the similar stuff. We got the shin guards and water bottles set up for the soccer league. Also helped out in like setting up the jerseys and like team colors and stuff like that. Did paperwork for the baseball and then set up basketball 2 or 3 times.
I mostly worked with basketball. When I first started, it was mostly like scorekeeping and just doing the stat sheet and stuff, just kind of just observing that way. I also helped out with the bags event. It was just basically keeping score of when the kids would like toss the bags and just taking them around, and then at the end they'd have like dice in a bucket, and then they would just dump it out and we would just add up the score at the end, and it was pretty fun, and some more volunteers came out, so that's something that I really enjoyed. And then also with basketball, I coached the kids for like one game, and it was pretty fun. Like they were actually like listening to what I was saying, and it was actually a pretty interesting game to watch, so I enjoyed it.
And then I also helped out with they had an actual soccer game like last week, and we helped set up the fields and get the shin guards and everything ready. And then I was on the sideline helping out if like the balls came out of the field or whatever, and help like keep the game controlled and stuff. And then we help like take down the games, things like that.
All right, so how did our project relate to our class as far as planning?
Well, for planning, I'd say more of just like communication with Steve, saying when we're gonna come into the club and like when's a good time to come, things like that.
And then another thing would be like when we got there, like discussing how we were gonna like set up for the soccer league, kind of like planning for it when the kids come and play.
Yeah, and then I would definitely just say planning this project in general, like as far as the video, like what are we gonna say, how are we gonna put it all together. Um, that's definitely important when it comes to planning. You have to map everything out so it turns out decent. What about organizing? How did that relate to the class?
I would say for the soccer league and then the baseball league that we helped out, like making sure each team for the baseball league had like all their paperwork that each kid needed to fill out. So kind of getting things set for that, so the kids are ready. And then I would say for soccer league, like making sure each team had the right amount of jerseys and the right sizes.
I would also say, as far as like organizing, I would definitely say I had to organize like my time. I had to just decide like when to go to the club and put things in a certain order so I can. I was able to get there and get the hours in and make sure that my face was seen in the club. What about leading?
Go ahead.
Well, leading, I'd say it related with our project with the kids for the soccer league, like making sure that they're going in the right places and making sure that they're on the right team and playing on the right field.
I would also say for that, for like the when the kids came to play soccer, like making sure that they got like the right shin guards that fit them, and making sure, like Zach said, that they're in the right spot.
And I will say leading would go also back to the bags tournament where you had to like go up to the kids and ask them what's your name and take them around and explain the game to them and like how it works. And then I think leading will also apply to, like I also said, coaching the team. You had to, have a game plan, and just so they just weren't like running around and just not doing anything.
Yeah.
I think leading was like a big part.
I'd say also for leading, sometimes Steve was usually busy a lot, so it's kind of just taking it upon yourself to like kind of know what's going on and being able to like take action, what you think is like gonna be it, because he's not always around, like, or he doesn't have enough time to like, maybe if you have like a quick question or something, like maybe you just take it upon yourself and do it.
Yeah, and then I know some days like we showed up to the club and like it wasn't like a scheduled day, so it wasn't like a Friday, it was maybe like a Wednesday. So that was a good like leading thing to just step up and just go, even if you didn't have to go on that day.
Right.
What about controlling? Did you guys have any situations where you had to control anything?
I'd say for the most part, the kids were, I mean, for the soccer league at least, the kids weren't that rowdy or anything. Like, they were pretty controlled. I mean, they had their own coaches for the games, but other than that, I can't really think of much for controlling. I don't know if you guys.
I would say that maybe for controlling that, like Steve kind of showed like how you're supposed to do it when you're there, like setting up like the basketball and making sure that like the parents are like not getting like too overly involved, and that the kids are just like playing basketball and getting them all set up and everything like that.
Yeah, and I would also, as far as say like controlling the kids I coached, also like they weren't bad, like they were really good kids and they were happy and running around and just enjoying the game. And also another thing, just with working basketball, the scores table and the stat sheet, it's just you had to just basically just, how do you say it? Just be confident in yourself, like you got it. You're in control. You know what you're doing, and just be confident in yourself, and you'll be good.